Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday morning. If I look a little tired, it's because I couldn't sleep last night. I was up still 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't fall asleep. One of those nights where your mind is racing, you're just thinking about anything and everything, and you just can't shut it off. Finally, I fell asleep. I got about 3 hours sleep. But I got a question. When is enough enough? You know, the Biden administration, and this isn't, I'm not going into politics here, I'm just starting this way, but the Biden administration has this idea that the United States can support everybody in the world. And that gets a little cumbersome for those of us who live here. Now, we know the southern border is porous, let's put it that way, and you've got everybody from South Americans, Central Americans, Mexicans, Haitians, coming in like crazy, all right? We are bringing in, as they're calling them, Ukrainian refugees. We brought in God knows how many Afghani refugees. Well, the latest news is that Great Britain is experiencing 1,000% increase. In other words, a 10 times increase in the amount of people that are moving out of Great Britain, and their most preferential country is the United States, Canada and Australia being the other two. Kind of makes sense, those who speak English, okay? But the reason that they're moving is because the cost of living is too high, the taxes are too high, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is the problem we've opened up in the country, that we're now accepting economic refugees. You're not happy in how much tax you pay for. You're not happy in how much your country pays for your job. Move to the United States. We'll give you more. Key word, give. Okay. How many H-1Bs do we take in a year from India, from China, from wherever? Okay. We can't handle this influx of people. There's a housing shortage now. I saw a story yesterday. The only place in the country, only metropolitan area in the country that is affordable for a first-time home buyer to buy a house is Pittsburgh. Everything else, for the average wage, the average house, you can't qualify for a mortgage. That's a problem, because the American dream has always been a house, a car, a wife, 2 kids, and, move 2.2 kids or whatever the hell it is. Okay. Now what happens when we have all the Europeans moving into the United States? I mean, it started with Great Britain. I wouldn't doubt that every other country is the same way, okay? That they're seeing expatriates and everything. Where are they going to go? We don't have the housing. I mean, you put them in New York City, you're going to put them in Chicago, you're going to put them in LA, you're going to put them out in the country. What about all the people in the United States that can't afford housing? What about all of us that have economic issues that, taxes are going up. The cost of everything is going up, except the only thing that isn't going up is wages. They say, we had a wage increase of 2-point-something%. That's wonderful. When you've got 8.5% inflation, you're losing ground, guys. All right. You see the stories on the mass migration in the United States, leaving the blue states, going to the red states. Where's the biggest group of people moving? To the southeast. Hello, where I am. Why? Because things are more affordable down here. Why? I don't know, because pretty much everything is solid red. Yes, Georgia, you are too. You just got hosed. But Yeah, Florida, Texas, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, okay, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, we're all seeing inflows of people. That changes the way of life for everybody. You know, as much as I'm all for people bettering their lives, bettering your life cannot come at the expense of worsening somebody else's. And that's what we have an issue with all these people being allowed to come in or wanting to come in from other countries. I understand the give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, okay? Statue of Liberty. But this economic refugee crap has got to go, because in a lot of these countries, the reasons that you have high taxes, including this one, okay, are by the people that you put in government in the first place. All right? Don't tell me that, oh, gee, you're worried about crime in London. Hell, you elected the mayor. Don't tell me you're worried about taxes in Great Britain. You elected Parliament, okay? You know, pretty much, okay, granted, if you're coming from somewhere that's a dictator, tell me about Ukraine. Sorry, you elected Zelensky. This is not something that I have to suffer for. I'm all for people who want to make better in their life. No question, okay? If you're coming here and you can contribute something to American society, I'm all for it. Come on in, contribute to society. But when you're going to make everybody's life there worse because you have no skills, you don't speak the language. I'm not talking about Great Britain here, okay? Obviously, they speak English. But, when you come in, you have no skills, don't speak the language, you have no money and everything, and the only thing you need is a hand out instead of a hand up that you're asking for. We have a problem because there isn't enough housing for American citizens. There isn't enough food for American citizens. There isn't enough electricity for American citizens. There isn't enough gasoline for American citizens. We have our own economic problems. Well, yes, I'll give you that the United States is in better shape than most countries in the world. This ain't no, gee, we have a money tree in the backyard and everything's wonderful. It doesn't work that way. But this is what we have to prepare for. What are you going to do when the rest of the world decides they want to move in? Sure, we're supposed to be a melting pot. Failure, okay? But, because again, you look at any other country in the world and, take a look at the demographics. Just saying, okay? But what are you going to do when you go to the grocery store and there isn't any food because all the economic migrants took it all? The electric company says we have to do blackouts or brownouts because there isn't enough electricity, i.e., hello, Texas, to run everybody's air conditioner. What are you going to do when you can't water your lawn, take a shower, do whatever because, hello, California, there isn't enough water because we have all these other people that need to bathe, drink, whatever would be. These are real problems, guys. There used to be a limit on the amount of immigrants we would take in a year. And it was, mathematically done to figure out what the country could handle. Now, it's just a freaking revolving door. Hey, your girlfriend pissed you off? That's good enough reason for asylum. No problem. Come on in. Oh, you skipped over 7 other countries? You just want to come to the United States because free college, free food, free housing, free car, free phone, whatever. Come on in. We got no problem. We'll just raise taxes on people. Oh, you're not a citizen? That's right. You won't be paying taxes. So, but we understand you'll be working under the table to drive wages down for everybody. So we'll just raise the taxes on the people that are actually here illegally. Welcome to America last, guys. Or at least Americans last. Thanks, Joe. Pinball out.